Your thoughts are making you rich. Here's how. Every dollar that shows up in your life starts in your mind. Every financial breakthrough, every new opportunity, every open door, every check in the mail, it all begins with a thought. Before the bank account changes, the belief has to change. Before the outside reflects abundance, the inside has to believe it. You are not just reacting to life, you are creating it, moment by moment, with the thoughts you think the most. And that's why people stay stuck financially. It's not that they're not working hard. It's not that they don't want more. It's that they haven't shifted their inner world to match the life they keep praying for. Because the outer world doesn't change until the inner world does. And when you learn how to discipline your thoughts, when you learn how to harness your mind and realign and align it with wealth, life has no choice but to mirror that back to you. That's when you begin to see results. That's when things begin to flow. That's when money starts showing up. Because your thinking finally invited it in. Everything is a vibration. Your thoughts are not invisible wishes. They're frequencies. And those frequencies are sending out signals every second. When you think thoughts of lack, fear, doubt, and scarcity, you are sending a signal that repels wealth. You are unintentionally saying, I don't believe it's mine. I don't feel safe with it. I'm not a match for it. And life listens. But when you think thoughts of abundance, ease, value, worthiness, and faith, you send a completely different signal. You are saying, I am ready. I am aligned. I expect good things. And life listens to that too. Your mind is the master controller of your financial life. And if you've been struggling financially, it's not a punishment. It's a sign that your thinking needs to evolve. And the moment you shift that thinking, the money follows. Wealth is not just about strategies. It's about states of consciousness, states of belief. You can have the best plan in the world, but if your thoughts contradict it, you'll sabotage every opportunity. That's why some people can't hold onto money when it arrives. They never shifted into the mindset of someone who feels safe having it, so it slips away. But when you become the kind of person who truly thinks like someone wealthy, money stays. Because you're no longer fighting your own abundance. Your thoughts are creating your relationship with money right now. If you constantly think money is hard to get, guess what? It will be. If you think, I always fall behind, you'll always fall behind. If you think, people like me never get ahead, then your mind will make that statement true. Not because it's reality, but because your subconscious will guide you into proving your thoughts right. That's how powerful your mind is. It will either free you or keep you in bondage. And it all depends on the thoughts you choose to entertain. You can't think like a prisoner and expect the lifestyle of a king. You can't speak the language of fear and expect the result of abundance. The math doesn't add up. If you want to be rich, you must start thinking rich. This is not about pretending. It's not about faking it. It's about choosing better thoughts. Thoughts that empower you. Thoughts that reflect truth, not trauma. Thoughts that say, I am capable, I am ready, I am open, I am abundant. Because your life will never rise higher than your most frequent thoughts. And that's why this work is so important. You can't afford to be lazy with your thinking. You can't afford to let your mind be on autopilot, recycling old stories and outdated beliefs. You must take the wheel. You must decide every day, I will think thoughts that support my growth. I will think thoughts that reflect who I'm becoming, not who I used to be. Let me be clear. Your financial situation is not permanent. It's programmable, and you program it through your thoughts. That's the good news. You're not a victim. You're a creator. You have more power than you've been using. And once you stop thinking thoughts that work against you, the money that's been waiting will start finding you. You don't have to beg. You don't have to chase. You just need to align. You just need to clean up the thoughts that are blocking your flow. Because when your mind is clean, clear, and focused on truth, your life becomes a magnet for miracles. Start noticing your mental patterns. Start paying attention to the stories you repeat. Do you constantly say, things never work out for me? Shift that. Say instead, things are always working in my favor. Do you think, I'll never be able to afford that? Replace it with, I'm aligning with more than enough. Do you say, I'm bad with money? Try this instead. I'm learning to master money more every day. These shifts may seem small, but they're everything. Because they rewire your brain. They change your neural pathways. They train your subconscious to look for proof that supports your success instead of your failure. And when your subconscious starts searching for wealth, guess what happens? It finds it. It notices the opportunity. It nudges you toward the right decision. It opens your eyes to things you once ignored. It helps you move from scarcity-based decisions to abundance-based actions. And your life starts reflecting those inner shifts. That's the secret wealthy people understand. They're not just lucky. They've trained their mind to expect more. They've trained their thoughts to serve them. And you can do the same. It's not about perfection. You'll still have moments of doubt. But now, instead of entertaining them, You observe them and release them. You say, "That's not the thought I choose." You redirect your mind back to your truth, back to your vision, back to your power. This is a daily practice, but with repetition, it becomes your default. And once it becomes your default, abundance flows more naturally. You don't have to force it. You just have to allow it. And your thoughts are the gatekeepers of that allowance. Start speaking to yourself differently. Start saying things like, "I am building wealth with ease. I deserve to live well. I trust that everything I need is flowing to me. I am aligned with divine increase." Don't just think them, say them, write them, declare them, feel them. Because thoughts with emotion become beliefs, and beliefs drive behavior, and behavior creates reality. That's the chain reaction. That's how a thought becomes a paycheck. That's how a belief becomes a business. That's how an idea becomes income. It all begins in the mind. If you really want to know how wealthy you'll be, listen to your most common thoughts. Do they expand you or shrink you? Do they lift you or limit you? Are they based in fear or faith? Faith or fear? That's your forecast. You don't need a psychic. You need a mirror. A mirror that shows you the contents of your inner world. Because if you change what's going on up here, everything around you will follow. The clients, the contracts, the creativity, the resources, the relationships, the results. It all starts in your thinking. Let me ask you something. What do you think about when you wake up in the morning? Is it stress, scarcity, pressure, or is it gratitude, expectation, peace? Because that first stream of thought sets the tone. It tells the universe, this is what I'm choosing to create today. So start your day with power. Don't reach for your phone. Reach for your thoughts. Reach for a higher vibration. Reach for an idea that supports your eyes. Think like someone who is already blessed, already provided for, already aligned with wealth. And when you do, wealth will find its way to you because you created the space for it to enter. The money, the success, the growth, it doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't need to be chased. It simply needs to be received by a mind that's been trained to welcome it. You can have all the desire in the world, but if your thoughts are still rooted in fear, money will avoid you. It's not personal, it's energetic. Money is neutral, but it flows towards clarity, toward confidence, toward alignment. So the more you align your thoughts with abundance, the faster and more freely it flows. Let's go deeper. Every time you repeat a thought, you're reinforcing a pathway in your brain. If you say, "I'm always struggling," that's not just a thought, it becomes a belief. If you say, "I never have enough," it becomes a lens through which you see the entire world. But if you shift to, "I'm always taken care of," Suddenly, you begin to notice ways in which the universe supports you. You start seeing blessings where you used to see burdens. You start experiencing confirmation instead of conflict. The external hasn't changed yet, but your interpretation has. And that's where the power is. Because the moment your interpretation changes, so does your reaction. And different reactions lead to different actions. And different actions, different results. This is how thoughts make you rich. Not by magic, but by design. You see, a wealthy person doesn't just think different thoughts, they feel different feelings too. Their internal emotional climate is different. They don't wake up every day expecting something to go wrong. They expect increase. They expect newness. They expect support. And that emotional expectation creates an environment where abundance naturally thrives. That's why if you're serious about becoming rich, you must become emotionally rich first. Rich in peace, rich in clarity, rich in self-belief. That's the foundation. Because if you get money without the inner wealth, you'll sabotage it. But when your thoughts and emotions are grounded in abundance, nothing can stop the overflow. Let's talk about identity. Because your thoughts don't just describe how you feel, they define who you believe you are. And identity is everything. If you think of yourself as someone who's just trying to get by, you'll always manifest experiences that reflect that identity. But if you adopt the identity of someone who is prosperous, creative, resourceful, and powerful, you'll begin to attract what that type of person naturally receives. This is why the most important question you can ask yourself is not, what do I want? But who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? What do I want? It's who am I becoming? Because when you become more, you receive more. When you think from a higher identity, your world must rise to match it. Start affirming the version of you who already exists in wealth. Say things like, I am the type of person who receives large amounts of money with ease. I am a match for financial breakthroughs. I am wealthy in thought, word, and action. These aren't just affirmations, they're identity statements. You're reprogramming the way you see yourself. You're rewriting the script. And that new script will play out in real time. Because you can't hold a rich identity for long without seeing its physical, without seeing its evidence in the physical. Now here's something important. Your thoughts don't need anyone's approval. You don't have to wait for your environment to agree. You don't have to wait for your friends or family to validate your new mindset. Your thoughts are personal. Your transformation is internal. People may not understand it. They might say you're being unrealistic or delusional, but don't let that shake you. They're speaking from their own programming, from their own limitations. You don't have to argue. Just keep thinking rich. Keep believing higher. Keep proving through your energy and results that your inner world is the most powerful force you possess. And don't be surprised when things begin to shift quickly, when money starts coming from unexpected places, when opportunities find you, when doors open with ease. That's not luck. It's the return on your inner investment. You've been sowing new thoughts. You've been planting the seeds of abundance. And now the harvest must come. So don't question it. Don't doubt it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Receive it boldly. Walk in it fully. Say, this is what I expected. This is what I've been praying for. Let the overflow become your new normal. Because once your thoughts are fully aligned with wealth, the results will not be able to hide. You'll notice something else too. You'll begin to attract different people. People who think like you. People who are building, expanding, growing. You'll notice you're having different conversations about vision, about strategy, about purpose. You won't relate to scarcity talk anymore. It won't feel right to complain or gossip or dwell in fear. Why? Because your thoughts have changed and your energy has changed with them. And your energy now requires a higher standard. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. You're simply no longer compatible with the frequency of limitation. Your daily habits will begin to reflect the wealth you've been creating in your mind. You'll treat yourself with more respect. You'll manage your time better. You'll say no to things that drain you. You'll prioritize your peace. All of that is part of becoming rich. It's not just about the money. It's about the lifestyle that matches the mindset. It's about freedom, flow, purpose, joy. That's what your thoughts are calling in right now. So stay focused. Keep speaking life. Keep thinking higher. Don't let the old you pull you back. That version has nothing new to offer you. The new you, the expanding you, is ready to receive. Now here's something most people forget. Money is an amplifier. It doesn't fix your mindset. It reveals it. That's why it's so important to get your thoughts in alignment before the money shows up. Because once it does, it will only magnify whatever's already inside you. If you're anxious, it will amplify that. If you're grounded, it'll amplify that. So use this time, right now, before the overflow hits, to build the mindset that can handle it. Practice being calm in the unknown. Practice speaking wealth even when your account says otherwise. Practice acting as if it's already done. That's not delusion. That's deliberate creation. And it works every time. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to control every thought. But you do have to become aware. And once you're aware, you have the power to choose. That's where the transformation begins. In the choosing, in the repeating, in the committing to a new mental standard. You won't always feel like it. You won't always see instant results. But if you stay consistent, the shift will come. And when it does, it will come quickly. Because your thoughts are not just passive ideas. They are the blueprint. They are the design. And when you think wealth long enough, wealth becomes inevitable. You were never meant to live in lack. That was never the plan. That was programming. That was fear passed down from generation to generation. But you get to stop the cycle. You get to rewrite the pattern. You get to declare, it ends with me. And then you get to live it, think it, breathe it, embody it. That's your work. That's your power. That's how your thoughts make you rich. So begin today. Watch your thoughts like your life depends on it, because it does. Speak abundance. Speak and think progress. Expect miracles. And know this, when your thoughts rise, your life has no choice but to rise with them, because your thoughts are making you rich. As we hear on the Advancing channel, it's so calm and beautiful out here in nature, and I send you good vibes. The sun is shining, the birds have been singing away. On this beautiful day, I look forward to hearing from you. Share the video, like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you for being a member. Big up every single one of you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. My name is Mantius. As you already know, this is the Advancing channel. One love, God bless, and all the best.